Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Teen Mom 2 After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We have kind of a sort of proposal. We have pregnant puppies, and he's finally gone, guys. He is out of here. David has been kicked to the curb. We're going to talk all about it right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
The truth remains. You're gone. You're gone. Baby, you're gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
You can't tell. We're a little bit excited about the fact
So
that
happy.
Bye, David.
is finally
Bye,
gone. Bye, David. So many NSYNC references.
So many instincts, not enough.
Hey guys, we are here talking season 8, episode 26, Access Issues of Teen Mom 2. And I am your host, Briana Phipps, but I am not alone here. I have my beautiful co-host, as always, Drew Jones.
What's up, guys and gals? It's your girl, Drew J.
And we have a brand new host joining us today, and she'll be with us for the rest of the season.
Woo!
Want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Geisler. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So excited.
We're so excited.
I love having someone else with us, finally.
I know. It just can create so much more conversation now. I'm so excited to get into it.
Charlie's
One more
Angels.
person to make fun of David.
Well, guys, like I said, we're going to talk all about the David stuff a little bit later on in the show. We also have our special segment, Gold Star of the Week, and we're going to get into some news and gossip and predictions, so you're going to want to stay tuned for all of that later. But first off, what did you guys think of tonight's episode? What was your overall thoughts, Drew?
I feel like this is what it feels like to win like a ring in the NBA, you know, or like to like graduate from like graduate school or something. Like David leaving is so satisfying for me, and it's what I've been waiting for all season. So I'm good right now.
You're good?
I'm so good.
How about you,
It
Heather?
was kind of unexpected. Like, oh, that just happened. You know.
Yeah.
I felt like there were so many good quotes from people this season. They were just like popping off. I loved it. So.
Yeah, I was on the same page as you guys. As soon as those words went up on screen, being like, earlier, I was like, oh, it's here.
Yeah.
We're finally here. I've been waiting. I didn't know when. I didn't know if this was going to be episode. It was going to be next episode. I've been guessing you aren't here, but every prediction I predict that
David's
hopefully
leaving.
next it's the episode where he leaves. So
you were right last week.
I was right finally. But, you know, we got into so much other stuff this episode as well. So let's start it off. Let's go with Briana first. So Briana, we see her meeting with a plastic surgeon, Dr. Miami, to, you know, get her little pre-baby bod back. Get things in the right spot.
Build a bay.
And we see her mom talk to her about Javi, and that Javi apparently last week when he was visiting her decided to ask for her mom's blessing. We saw the ring last week, but now we know that he asked for the blessing.
Yes. Okay, would you be mad if your mom told you that your significant other was going to propose to you?
Absolutely. Yes. Mom, don't do that.
Even if it was like super, but like even if it was like super early on.
I guess you should already know, like you should be having that conversation with your partner.
Do you think her mom would have been having this conversation with her had it been a more extended amount of time that they were together before?
No, because while I do think Brianna's mom's super dramatic, I think that because she literally was crying. I was like, girl, you're crying in the mall. You need to chill out. But I think this was like a valid kind of ruining of the surprise because they've been dating for what, like 2 months?
She said a few months,
Mm-hmm.
so 2 to 3 months. And then we also see Brianna's not super feeling talking about this. She does not want to talk about it. She seems very uncomfortable and is just wanting the conversation to be at a end. Do you feel like that's because she doesn't really want to be with Javi, or do you think that it's just no matter what she would have been uncomfortable?
I don't know. She was so reluctant to answer any of her mom's questions. She's like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think it's
My
gonna
personal
work out.
thoughts are if you ever aren't just like, yes, I will marry this man, then that's a pretty clear indication that this is not the right timing or the right person for you.
Yeah, she's not excited.
I think she's just bored, and Javi is giving her enough attention that it's entertaining to her, so she's just playing along with it. But when it comes to making real life choices, she's like, I don't know. It's whatever.
Well, then move forward. We see Javi call her or FaceTime her and tell her he's not getting deployed anymore, but he won't give her the reason. He said she wouldn't understand. There was a loophole. Whatever that is.
What is a loophole exactly? Like, that sounds so suspicious.
Yeah.
I feel like you can explain that.
And it's
just,
Javi.
It's just something simple, like the other guy came back or they didn't need as many people, so I don't have to go to... It just seemed weird to be like, there was a loophole, you won't understand it, we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I was kind of like talking down to her. Like, you're not going to understand, so why would I even explain? But I'm about to ask you to marry me.
Yeah, it definitely was kind of in like a weird condescending tone. And then I'm just really curious what this loophole was because Javi's so sketchy to me. I'm not a Javi fan at all.
I feel like you're questioning if he was ever deployed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's low key. I'm like, are you even in the army? Like, what's I know you're serving our country.
Which division is he?
The division of annoying
Is he Army or?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
No
If you guys
idea.
in the chat know, let us know because I can't at this time remember which division he's in. But moving forward, she goes to see him that weekend in Delaware. We don't get to see that. They couldn't film due to the title of the episode, Cast Access Issue.
A loophole.
Right.
But we do know, because Briana tells us later, that he didn't really propose, but he gave her the ring. Like, she said he was just kind of like, here it is.
Which, let me tell you something. Because obviously my future husband's watching Teen Mom. You know, so he's going to take these pointers. No. If you ever just hand me a ring, you're going to come back with a nub. Because I am not playing that here. Let's just do it.
What do you think,
She
Kailyn?
asked for candles, flowers, and a mariachi band.
And a mari-
That was the first quote that I wrote down because I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, when she, with her
And
mom,
then
she said, because her mom
he-
asked her, what would you
He
like?
didn't even get a question, or she didn't even get a question.
Do you think that's him actually asking then, or just showing her the ring? Do you think that's his version of asking? Because he's proposed before. He knows what goes into this.
I don't understand anything about this relationship, so I can't tell you. Nothing makes sense. Up is now down, down is now up. Like, they just don't make sense. And so I don't know what he was thinking, to be perfectly honest.
Well, Briana is not having this, here you go. I don't know if she'd be having this if it was a mariachi band, flowers, either. But she definitely wasn't having the, here's the ring. So she gave it back. But then she meets up with her mom. And her mom is very feeling some sort of way about this. She said that said that he had her blessing because she thought he was being deployed, but now that he's not being deployed, she kind of reneged that blessing. And then she starts crying because she thought that Briana took the ring, and that he wants Briana to move to Delaware and be holed up there with his kids and Kailyn and take Briana away from her family and her kids away from everything they know out there and their fathers. Her mom kept saying, what is he thinking? How do we feel about
She called
this?
him tacky after knowing that he wasn't being deployed.
But
like-
why would you give your blessing even for the deployment?
That's why I was
Because I don't think
confused.
there wouldn't ever be an actual wedding. I know I'm from a small town where a lot of people go to the army or whatever and they get engaged, and then it's just like 3, 4, 5 year long engagements, and then they break up and it never makes it to the wedding. So I feel like maybe that's what she was kind of thinking. But Mama of both 90 in the chat said that she read on Reddit that he lied about it.
About the deployment.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Not
does
surprising.
answer the questions we had last week about the timeline. We're like, if he's going to be deployed, but he hasn't met this other girl or isn't back with this other girl yet, but she's pregnant, and so we kind of have some answers, a little bit at least, on this timeline. And I don't know if Briana, like, we know that not everybody's on the same timeline in these shows. So Kailyn, as we'll get to later, was taking Christmas photos. Jenelle's in Valentine's Day, so I'm not sure what month we're in with them, but
Keen brought up a very good point in chat where Brianna's mom said that Javi's member wasn't that big, and he wanted to know, how do you know that, Rox? That's so uncomfortable.
It was, yeah. But it was hilarious.
I was totally on Brianna's page, though, with her being like, Mom, you're doing too much.
The most.
It's like, none of this is even about you, and you're way more upset than I am.
Yeah. But to play devil's advocate, on the other hand, she is living with her mother. She now has, 2 children with 2 different baby fathers, and that is kind of moving really fast. So I wonder if her mom is like, I don't feel like going round 3 with this.
I get what you're saying, but the facts are she turned down the proposal.
Yeah.
She's not moving to Delaware.
She said, "You don't see a ring on my finger."
So
True.
we're getting all upset over these what ifs that didn't happen. And a little too upset about it.
I'm not saying she's right. She's very dramatic.
She's very dramatic. Well, moving on to some people that aren't very dramatic. Chelsea
Oh.
and Coley. And we find out that Chelsea is finally, like, we know now already, but she's pregnant.
Yay.
And they didn't want to wait for the cameras to show little Aubrey, so they did a phone video, and Aubrey was just the most excited. She was so happy that her mom was pregnant. And we find out that not only was Chelsea pregnant, but she had been wanting to be, we had known she'd been trying, but she'd been wanting it so much that she was taking sometimes multiple pregnancy tests every day. So do you think that's a little too much to be taking one in the morning and one at
excessive.
night? But it worked out because she took one in the morning and was a no. And then after she did some errands, and it was, as she put it, the faintest of blue lines.
Some positive
I
thinking.
want to know, like, the science behind that. Like, is there, I don't know. Is there, like, does your afternoon pee have more strength than your morning? Like, what is...
More pregnancy
Yeah,
strength.
like there's more pregnancy in the afternoon than there is in the morning. Your baby's not awake yet, so he doesn't want to let you know he's there. Or
No, she knows that she got pregnant during the errands. That's
Yeah.
what.
Well,
I think it was maybe a little bit too much, but you know what? She's so excited. She's happy. You got the money to spend on all those pregnancy tests. Go ahead.
They're
Do
so
it.
cute. I love
Right.
their family.
true. Pregnancy tests are expensive.
Depending on which one you get. Yeah.
Depending on which one, not that I know, but depending on which ones you
The
get.
one, if you want the ones that are, secure.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
the dollar store ones.
The ones that have the clear, pregnant, not pregnant.
Well, she just said blue line, so this
Yeah.
was a line one.
True.
This was not a yes/no pregnancy test.
This is like a, got it.
Well, moving forward, it's also Watson's first birthday, and they took him to a little photo shoot, which I've never seen before. That was kind of interesting that it wasn't like his birthday, but they like had him with cake and stuff just at this photo shoot to like get those moments captured.
Wait, so it wasn't his birthday?
No, they went to a photo shoot.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So like they staged it and put the cake in front of him and just had a professional doing all of that to get him
I thought
those photos out,
the theme was really cute. It's kind of like the wilderness theme. He had the little like stump log cake.
Yeah, it
The little
fits
cupcakes
them.
were cute. Yeah.
It just felt, I don't know, because we didn't see it, just felt like he didn't have an actual birthday party though.
Does he have friends? He's a 1-year-old.
Yeah, but you invite your family usually
Yeah.
for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, people take 1 year birthdays really seriously, and I'm like, they don't remember that.
It's for the adults.
True.
What is it
Aubrey?
called? They do it's called a cake, something cake or
The smash cake.
smash cake.
That's
Those,
what he had.
Thank
those
you.
are cute.
It looked good.
But yeah, so it's his birthday, and they're talking about the fact that they're now, in a very short amount of time, going to have 2 children under the age of 2. And that they tell Aubrey she's going to have to help with the changing of the diapers.
I'm obsessed with Aubrey. I think she's the coolest human on this show. I think she's so cute and funny and smart. And I hope she gets. Do we know now what the sex of the baby
It's a girl.
is?
Girl.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I really hope she gets a
Which
sister.
we see this episode, Aubrey says she wants a girl.
Yeah.
And Chelsea said that she thought it was going to be a boy, so we know that Chelsea's wrong. And then we flash forward to the ultrasound appointment that Cole took the day off for, and we see them have like a fight, which was kind of adorable to me that they're having this fight, but it's really not a fight. Like teen mom ways, it's not a fight.
It's not.
And he's just forgetful. He's forgetting the diaper bag. They forget Aubrey's book bag.
The blanket.
There's no gas in the car.
I thought it was so cute because he just kept saying, "We're terrible. We're terrible." But it's like, even in that situation, they're still very positive. Like,
I know. They're just like very happy. We're like, we get it. You're in love.
Yeah.
I
Chill.
love that, she is pregnant, albeit very early pregnant, but she's pregnant and she's stressed out. And, even if their fight's a little jokey, she's probably still a little serious. And I love that he has the wherewithal to be like, I'm just going to smile and stay lighthearted and not fight her back like so many other people we've seen on this show. So I loved their little fight. It shows like a healthy couple fight.
They are.
We need that balance.
We do. Because this show especially has some very negative Nancy, so it's nice to see someone that's a positive Patty.
And some other positive news that we have here at our network. Do you want to tell them about it?
Yes, you guys already know that we love getting to talk to you each and every week, and we love you guys listening into us. That being said, we make shows for literally all of your favorite genres of TV. We've got drama, reality, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder for you guys than us. That being said, we need your help. We're asking you to please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels, because besides helping us a ton, it's actually going to help you out quite a bit too. It will cater specific content you already like directly to you. It brings you your favorite after shows so you don't have to look for them, and it suggests content from other channels or podcasts that might interest you. So, for instance, if you like Teen Mom 2, it might suggest Teen Mom 2 like videos. Subscribing to our YouTube channel will also help you discover shows we're sure you'll love. Since you're already tuned into reality TV, we've got Jersey Shore that's coming to an end pretty soon. We've got The Proposal, The Bachelor. We've got Floribama Shores coming up, which is really exciting because that show is just, whew, Lord.
If you like the craziness of Teen Mom.
If you like the craziness of Teen Mom, but with alcohol, Floribama Shores is for you, and you should watch it. And I mean, we have all different genres. We literally, I don't think there's a single show that you can name that we don't have an after show for. So name another channel that can do that. Bet you can't. But if you're worried about like pesky notifications, I hate getting notifications. It's cool. You can turn them off, and then you'll never have to see them unless you go to your YouTube homepage, and bam, there we are, smiling and staring you down. It's easy. Hit that subscribe button now for an even easier AfterBuzz experience, and you let us know when you did in the comments, and we'll give you guys a shout out, a wink, air hug, a high five. We'll spread some love, man. So go do it, because we love you and you love us, and we want to make this family grow.
Well, some other people that were feeling some love, Kailyn and Joe. In Kailyn's episode, we see mediation happen for Isaac custody. We know Joe for a while has been wanting this 50-50 custody, and Kailyn's had some arguments against why he shouldn't, being that he won't take them to certain activities or after-school events. Everything is, as she kind of puts it, everything's on his time, not on their time, which needs to be switched around. But they seem to have a pretty good mediation. Nothing happens at the mediation, but they decide outside of it that if he can do that, if he can step up in those ways, then she has no issue with giving him this 50-50 custody. He seems happy with it. She seems pretty happy with it. What do you guys think about this? It seemed to act, for this kind of storyline with all of the stuff with Kail and Joe in the past, it seemed pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm happy that it was so easy for them. I mean, I feel like Joe is pretty good dealing with Kailyn. He's always known how to, I mean, he can obviously aggravate her, but I feel like she gets really riled up and like very angry.
Ever
but
since V, he's learned how to deal with
yeah,
it.
V is
there was
so
some
cool.
times
Yeah,
before that he definitely did not know.
That's
how to.
true. But like he came out of the mediation and was like, give me a hug, like I need hugs in my life.
How did you feel about that? Because I didn't love how she responded to the hug.
Listen,
she made it awkward.
I think divorce, like people who aren't together anymore, not divorce, but people who aren't together anymore make things weird when they don't have to be. Like, and he was just going in for a hug. Don't think of it. Just go in for it.
And I get that. I just didn't like that her initial, sometimes the initial way Kail responds is a kind of I don't want to use the word aggressive because I know it's not something everyone loves hearing, but
protective. Maybe?
She's very suspicious from the get-go, and she's very why are you doing this?
And she comes about it in a very kind of intense way, rather than like she got jokey about it afterwards. But that first initial thing was, and that's kind of Kailyn in a nutshell to me. Like, I do feel like she has grown a lot, and I know she hasn't always been that way, and I'm sure in the future there may not always be that way, like we see with Javi and Chris, that she's definitely not where she is with Joe. But I just always feel that first initial response is how people are going to react to you. So that's where I feel like some of the aggression comes from in her life.
I think the Joe and Kailyn situation is very encouraging for a lot of divorced, or not divorced, I keep saying divorced, a lot of separated parents in general, just because they're doing such a great job at co-parenting, and despite how they may feel about one another, I think that their kid is really their main priority, and I think there's a lot of people on this show and in general who could take a few notes from them. So it's cool to see them go into something, a court thing, and come out so positive.
It's even so much further along than where we were last time. He won a 50-50 when he brought it up to her, and she kind of lashed out at him about it and said it was all V's doing. So she's grown a lot, at least with them. Hopefully this is how her other two baby daddy situations end up later on down the line.
Fingers crossed.
Sooner rather than later. And then this was a very easy episode for Kailyn. Then we just saw some cute little Christmas photos of her and the boys that you can check out on her Instagram. I think we used one last week when we were just talking about her, and I just popped it up with her and her sons. So you guys can check those out there. But yeah, she had a pretty easygoing week this one.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Good for her. You earned it.
Someone else that also had a pretty easygoing week, unless you count 7 puppies as not easygoing, Leah. We see her and her daughters. She said she's teaching them about love and responsibility because they found a dog around Corey's house who seemed like a stray, and then they wanted to adopt the dog, so she opened up the car door, she said, and it jumped right in. Get home, lo and behold, pregnant. And now 7 puppies.
Very apropos.
Very similar to the teen mom concept itself. I like that. I don't know. I like that she's teaching them those things early on. I think it's nice to see Leah have such a light storyline this season, or the second half of the season, just because she's been through so much, and she's another really great example of being able to turn your life around and make something really great of it. So I like seeing these lighthearted moments from her.
She looked good too.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking great.
Yeah, she's really taking care of herself, which I feel like is a good, being a good role model for her daughters as well.
She's taking care of herself with 3 kids, 7 puppies. She already has dogs of her own, so this dog plus that one.
These teen moms love animals. I feel like just across Teen Mom 2, there's so many animals.
That's what, we haven't seen enough of Chelsea's pig. Bring back the pig.
Yes. We love a good pig.
But that also leads to us seeing Addie giving away one of the first puppies, or I guess all 3 of them, but Addie's the one that seems the most vocal and attached about this. So they're giving away the puppies, and Addie seems a little upset, and then she asks her mom, can they send me photos? One of the most adorable things.
So cute. So cute.
But that's also a good lesson to teach kids that, sometimes the best life for something isn't with you. Mm-hmm. And while they're cute and you want all these puppies, they're a lot of work.
It's deep.
So let's spread the love of the puppies.
Yes.
I would love to have one of the puppies. Spread the love to me.
They look like they're going to be very big dogs, so I would not like one of the puppies. I'm good on that.
The other part of Leah's storyline is that apparently Jeremy keeps asking her about getting back together. We see her have this conversation. I love that little bit. We see her have this conversation with her sister. Her sister feels like there's still kind of something there, that Leah still wants something out of this. And Leah said that she's just a little reluctant because she feels it'll be just as toxic as it was before. What are your thoughts on it?
I don't know.
Do we believe in second chances?
I definitely think that in certain situations, yeah, absolutely, second chances. I was surprised that, she was just saying, just go, just see, have fun, which I feel like, that would be fine. It's her kid's father, so... I mean, why not?
Yeah. I think there's a way to go into it and be safe and with everyone's feelings and emotions and have fun without it getting too serious. And if you feel comfortable doing it, then do it. But if you're truly worried that you're going to backtrack on something that's serious, then don't do it. At the end of the day, you just have to know what's best for you and what's best for everyone involved.
Yeah. I do think that I get the hesitation, because if you've grown this much with co-parenting and you've gotten to a good place, it is a very scary thought to be like, what if I jump into this and we just destroy all of the good that we've done? But I do like her take on it, that she said, you know what, we can just do something with Addie and see how it goes. I think that's the smart approach. Just, you know, don't jump into anything, but if you are hanging out with Addie and he's stepping up more and you feel like it could go somewhere, why not?
Yeah, but sometimes just, you know, that old thing looks good. It doesn't mean that it is good, you know? We all have those moments where it's like,
Just make sure that you have the talk that if it doesn't work out, what the game plan is from there.
Exactly.
Right.
I think she just needs like a solid side piece that she can just hit up, go see, come back, call it a day. I think that's like in her range right now for her betterment.
And birth control, because we already got 3 kids.
She was looking good for somebody.
Because, I mean, unless she wants more, but I'm just like, 3 kids. That's a lot.
That sounds
and all the puppies.
tiring as hell.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, someone else is tiring, and someone else we're tired of, Jenelle. Saved her for the last
wanted to
because
say
I
it
felt
like
like I saved her for the last because I knew she was gonna
Lots to
require
talk
some
about.
attention.
Goodness.
Well, we start off with Jenelle, which I still talking about these house issues. Whatever, we don't care about the house issues. Jenelle, let's
really
move on.
don't.
You're trying to make some storyline besides the one we care about, which is the sheriff coming to your door. You will not answer the door. You refuse to. You said you want David to do it. Then David eventually gets up because the producers keep being like, Jenelle, like, he's still knocking on the door. We keep hearing this. She's not answering. They're like, you need to talk to him. What do you want to do? She just was refusing. And we also see, which there was a little news story about earlier this week, because we do see behind her on the counter in the kitchen a bunch of prescription pill bottles, which no one, I think, was commenting on, or maybe some people were commenting on whether or not what kind of prescriptions these are, but the fact that they also are within reach of children, and you should keep them up and away from them. But regardless of that, it was just a little, I wanted to plug that because it was making some news earlier this week. But David then eventually gets up. It looks like he just woke up. Some people may think that he may have been high.
You can do 2 at the same time.
And is not wearing a shirt or anything, walks up to the front door, opens it. The sheriff is asking him to come outside so he can talk to him, and he refuses. He says, you can talk to me right here. I'm not coming outside. The sheriff says that he has been sent. I wrote it down, exactly the wording. Someone called for a security check on the children, and then David says, you can go to the daycare, and Jenelle says you can call CPS. David slams the door in the sheriff's face and is very aggravated, saying, get that mother effer Nathan on the phone. He's convinced it's Nathan that has called the sheriff's department to make these allegations. Janelle's saying it could be Nathan, but it also could be haters on Twitter. Apparently, they've been called about 20 times for CPS to come out, which she then tells the sheriff, we've had all of this, we've done with it. It's 20 times. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, Drew, you're getting ready to
I just have so many questions. First of all, I feel like after X, I mean, I don't have a lot of experience with CPS. I have no children, and my parents never needed CPS called on them. But I feel like after X amount of times, there has to be a little bit more extensive, like, search going on. And then also just, like, tell your buddies that next time someone calls about me potentially beating my children, that it's just Twitter. Like, that's not how law enforcement works. I think it could be different these days. I don't know, but
then he did just wait outside for Jenelle to come out. And
That was
then he
weird.
just left after she talked to him.
I don't know if he just left after she talked to him, but she was just telling him to leave.
Got it.
Because he's been called on an accusation, and he's trying to see the house. He may be
Right.
sitting there waiting for a warrant to come through, because that was one thing David and her kept saying was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
you don't have papers, you don't have a warrant, you can't come in. It does seem suspicious, you know, and I did not love him getting pissed off at her for trying to talk to the sheriff.
I don't
As
love
he
it.
said, you don't talk to the police.
Why did he say it like why did you emphasize the first syllable like that?
I wrote it down. He said, honey, don't carry on conversations with the police. Because that was another quote I loved.
Police.
And he's just super upset, like super anger management issues, which Jenelle later defends when she's talking to her friend, saying he's usually so laid back. It's just that I'm used to being judged and David isn't. Well, don't be on a TV show. You're going to be judged. Sorry to tell you. I'm here on camera right now. I know I'm putting myself out there for someone else to judge me. That's just how it goes. It's the name of the game.
Yep.
I also thought her interpretation was really great because she said that David was so angry, but she was like really calm and cool with the police. But I didn't really feel like she was. She was aggressive.
She was aggravated.
Too. Yeah, she was aggravated, but
she was in
comparison,
side by side with him. Yes, she was extremely calm.
Yeah,
she's just. I think the reason she's so delusional is because she compares herself to like the most extreme situations, and she's like, "Well, I'm not there yet, so I'm not bad." But she's completely delusional to the fact that she was like being rude and aggressive as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think regardless if it was Nathan that called, if it was Twitter haters that called, people are calling thinking that you're not being the best. And if it's just a few times, like you guys said earlier, maybe they're just not seeing something, or maybe they're making accusations out of nowhere. But if it's 20 plus times, you can't tell me that there's nothing going on. And that
Also,
people are just calling CPS on you left and right for no reason.
Also, so these Twitter people, do they just call CPS and be like, this girl on TV, you need to go check out her children?
Yeah, I don't think that they would listen to that.
I don't think so either, but
Regardless, he's convinced it's Nathan. He keeps saying it over and over again. She tries to calm him down, saying it might not be Nathan. We already talked about all of this. Apparently Nathan's done this before. And we're not fans of Nathan either, but David to Nathan, I'll take Nathan. I don't want either, but I'll take Nathan over his accusations over David's accusations.
kind of feels like, would you rather get punched in the face or kicked in the knee? That's how that comparison feels to me. I'm not down for either.
Then we get the moment we've all been waiting for, the nice little words talking back from February about the whole situation of him spouting off on Twitter, telling people that he won't let his kids around gay people because if you, and I quote, lay down with the dogs, you're gonna get fleas.
Gross.
First of all, you look like a flea, so why are you getting crazy? Second of all, bye. Just
Bye.
bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Like, enjoy this moment of everyone talking about you because henceforth you are no longer on the show.
Ugh.
You will not get as much attention as you do right now. And I loved the transition too. Jenelle refused to film, and then it's like Babs.
Babs. Also, I just love that Babs is just, I love that Babs said the LBGT community. I thought that was adorable.
She was trying so hard.
She was. I was like, you want to be tolerant so bad. I love it. Switch the letters around, girlfriend, and then you got it.
What do you think about, because she was talking about the first thing that started off all of this, which was that Jenelle posted on the day of the Florida shooting where we lost so many lives.
Mm-hmm.
She posted a photo of herself with a rifle. And Babs is defending her left and right, being like, they don't watch the news, they don't know, but then they were unapologetic.
But she's on Twitter 24/7, and that was the number one trending topic that day.
There's no way no one did not know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch the news, and I knew about that. Like,
yeah.
if you're on social media in any capacity, you're going to know about certain events that happen. You may not know every little event that happens, but you will know certain events, and that is one of the events you will know.
17 children died. I'm pretty sure you were very aware on Twitter where you spend most of the time arguing with people you've never met. I'm pretty sure you saw one or two tweets about it.
Yeah, and then she said that, they didn't apologize for doing that. So it's like, even if they didn't see it, then they could at least explain themselves, be like, I'm sorry that I posted that. That was insensitive.
But then they were unapologetic about
like,
it. No.
They're
Yeah.
not like that.
They just go to defense mode automatically. And it's like,
Well, they're never in the wrong. Don't you know that?
never, ever in the wrong.
Ever.
I've never felt that
they're the most
emotion.
perfect people
Yeah.
that have ever lived. But I thought it was, Barbara, we've seen so many times with her boyfriends. She doesn't like any of them, and usually with good reason.
Kifa.
Kifa!
But but I thought it was interesting that she's defending Janelle's actions left and right here, and then not David, which I'm not saying defend David, but I think that if Janelle's going along with these actions that he's doing and defending him, then you also kind of have to give her some blame too.
Listen, if you drive the getaway car in a burglary, you're an accessory to burglary, and you will get charged. If your man is doing homophobic-ish, and you just are quiet, you're an accessory to homophobic-ish. So...
Are any of our fans in the chat?
Keen in the chat says the lack of sympathy for the Parkland tragedy was sickening. Just take down the damn picture.
That's
Agreed.
All you have to do.
That's
and
all
make
you had to do.
And make a small apology.
So they didn't even take down the picture.
No, it's still up. I believe.
No. Which also, that's such a weird picture to have in the... Like, when I think of love and Valentine's Day, I don't think of all black and a rifle.
You don't?
No, I know. Maybe this is this new age romance I'm on, but...
Well, they did meet on Tinder.
Love isn't dead. Thank God for Tinder.
Well, I mean, that about sums it up. David is gone from the show. He will not be filmed anymore.
I'm done with him.
We are done
Are
with
we
him.
positive, though? Are we positive?
MTV will not film him anymore.
Okay, great.
Quick question, though. Because I never saw the full thread because I just try not to acknowledge David as much in my real life as possible. How do you get from teenagers being shot in a school to gay people are bad?
I think it was that people started questioning his parenting. I don't know why he's...
So he...
If you guys in the chat know why he randomly started calling out the F word for that community and everything, let us know. But I know that there was talk about insensitivity and teaching your children right and wrong, and and then he went to that place, and people were like, so you're gonna not let your kids, like, if your kids were gay, basically, like, you wouldn't be okay with it. And that's when he made the comment, like, I'm gonna tell them not to associate with people like that, because if you lay with the dogs, you get fleas.
Okay. Well, have fun in the unemployment line.
Have fun with your sinking house.
Yeah. Let that sink.
Well, since we've had so much negativity, let's give some love to the people that are great and not David.
Yes. We love you because you're not David. And so here's the time we're going to love you. Shout out to Mama of Both 90. You were in the Young and Pregnant chat with us hanging out. So thanks for coming over here. Shout out to our boy Keen. You already know we got mad love for you. Shout out to this interesting character, Zach Silverman. Think I've heard of you before. Don't know. Shout out to Shannon's World, who had some really great points. And that's me, so I'm not going to shout myself out. But shout out to you guys in the chat for hanging out with us during this hour. It's been
And
fun.
thank you guys for also that leave comments on our YouTube videos past the live portion as well. We do read them. We do see you. If you agree or disagree, we are there. We appreciate your feedback.
We do take your music recommendations. Sometimes.
Sometimes. And then moving on to something also a little more positive. Our golden star moment of the episode.
Yay! If you haven't listened to us before, our golden star moment is, there's a lot of negativity on this show sometimes, so we like to shine a bright light on a really nice moment that we had throughout the episode. So, would you like to
Heather,
start?
do you want to start off? What was
Yes,
your
I
golden
would
star moment?
love to. So I felt like I could have given it out to a couple different people, but I want to give it to Leah because I'm really proud of her. I thought she looked great this episode. I thought she was really playing that mom role. She was being a good role model. The fact that, they rescued a dog, technically rescued 7 puppies
So
along
eight
with that
dogs.
dog. Yeah, that's a lot of work. And yeah, I think she's looking good. She's doing great. I'm happy for her family.
My gold star is surprisingly not for Cole or children this week. It is for someone new, which I know is revolutionary. My gold star moment is for Joe when he asked Kailyn for a hug, because that was just so pure to me. Like, it was just, he looked like a 5-year-old for a second. He's like, I just need hugs sometimes. And that's very relatable. So,
Well, my golden star moment still goes to Cole.
Gotta
for
love
stepping up and not fighting back or feeding in to your wife when she may be a little bit, not as happy-go-lucky as normal, and just making light of a situation instead of going to the negative. Here's to you, Cole. May all the men be like you.
May more men be like you.
Amen.
Mama of both 90 answered that question about the David situation and said that one of the critics suggested that parents could help the situation by educating their kids at home on the topic. This prompted an angry reply from David, along with some harsh words randomly directed at gay and transgender individuals.
So really there was no reason.
So really,
Yeah.
exactly. So really, what you're saying is he's a giant toddler.
That's a word.
A giant hateful toddler.
That's a word.
Yeah.
We might use other words, but not on this show.
Yeah. This is a family-friendly show, so I won't use the words that I originally thought of.
Well, let's get into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So, all of our news and gossip this week is actually for Briana. So, the first part is that she earlier posted this on her Instagram story. Oh, sorry. This photo, actually, sorry, we'll move to the other one. The video, it was on her Instagram story. It's a little boomerang of these two cameras filming her. And this could be nothing, but I just thought that I would show it because she's not filming Teen Mom anymore. She quit the show, supposedly. She confirmed that she quit the show via her live stream. But she is being filmed for something here.
Could she be on a different Teen Mom?
Maybe.
Like-
There is, and then there's the two little eyeballs that she posted, the little sticker.
Because she wouldn't be lying if she quit Teen Mom 2, but say went to OG or Young and Pregnant.
They already have 5 girls on Young and Pregnant. Unless
Yeah.
they kick one of them off.
Maybe Lexi.
I don't know. Like I said, it
She's
could
filming
be
her
nothing.
own documentary or something.
Maybe. Like I said, could be unrelated to Teen Mom completely, but I thought it was worth noting that she's being filmed for something. Or
Right.
someone's filming her
Yes.
regardless. So next is that photo we had put up first. It is her. She posted this on her Instagram, and she kind of got some, like, negative, not, I wouldn't say negative, but she got some comments back kind of saying she looked pregnant because of the little pouch in the front, but I think that's just the skirt.
Yeah.
If she looks pregnant, then I'm pregnant.
Well, she started getting a lot of people saying that she was pregnant. She went to Twitter. I think it's also, she went to Twitter and they also commented based on this photo, and also that she wrote, "My life literally just took a turn just now," and I'm like, ugh, what now? Again, I think that's reading into things a whole lot.
Yeah.
Regardless, she then took to her Twitter and Instagram to dispute those rumors. She said some certain things on Twitter, and she posted this on Instagram, basically saying, "I am not pregnant." What does it say exactly? It says, "I'm not pregnant, nor do I want to be, nor do I care about anyone from my past life," meaning Javi, because they all were thinking it was Javi's baby. She also posted a video on her Insta story that I did not capture in time of her with her pants kind of unzipped and done, just being like, "Where's the bone? Show me where this baby is," because
I thought she looked good.
no, I thought she
Yeah.
looked
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. She looked
I hate
good.
that, like, you have any amount of little bitness in your stomach and people right away.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's the brand because you're on Teen Mom, but
Yeah. But it's like, then you always have to be in tip-top shape. Keen in the chat said Briana confirmed that it's still her and Jenelle versus the other girls, and that Javi's new girlfriend is 6 months, even though they broke up in February. So,
seems like there was some double dealings going down then.
some double dipping. Yikes.
But yeah, so I feel like this happens all the time on Teen Mom. With Chelsea, it happened to be true that she was pregnant, but all the time, I feel like these girls are every second of the day being told they're pregnant,
Yeah.
which cannot feel good.
No.
As someone that has been called pregnant before, it does not feel good when you are not actually pregnant.
No.
So
Stop
she's not-
assuming.
Stop assuming. She is not pregnant. She's confirming that as of now. So no more saying that on her photos.
Yeah.
So she announces, "I am pregnant." No more saying that on
Don't
her
say it.
photos. Do you guys have anything else you guys want to add for this episode? before we get into predictions?
No.
It was good. We had some high highs and some low
So
lows.
let's do some quick predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I always want it to be Halloween every time I hear that.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes. You want to take over the predictions?
Sure. Well, we did see in the preview that Javi and Briana, you know, they might be breaking up, or they did break up, so I'm kind of excited to see that. But I mean, well, we see on her posting, so that's what's gonna happen probably. But excited to see Chelsea's little baby shower with the girl announcement, if she has a baby shower.
She has a party regardless.
Yeah. And then I guess Jenelle will come back. I hope. I want to see some more of that.
Drew?
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that gets filmed. We did see that Jace says that mom and dad are a piece of, you know, which relatable, but you are 9, so
Sad.
maybe not use that language. I'm excited to see Briana and Javi go their separate ways, because maybe that means Javi will go away. But I doubt I'll get a 2 for 2 with both David and Javi being gone. So
Well, he also has a child on the show, so.
unfortunately. Well, so does David. And David's gone. So
Yeah.
putting it out in the universe. And then I'm excited to see Chelsea, and I'm excited to see Leah find out. Or not Leah, sorry. I'm excited to see Aubrey find out that she's getting a sister. So I think that's going to be cute.
Well, I'm there with you on most of this stuff too, Briana and Javi. I'm excited for them to be done because I'm over it. And it's also hard. It's hard when you're in present life and you already know that this is over and it's not something you're rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be exciting. Chelsea with the baby shower or whatever it is, the party for the baby girl. I'm really excited about it. I'm just so happy with her storyline. I love watching all these good moments. So keep the good moments coming. Yes, Jenelle, it'll be interesting to see her come back onto the show. I'm just intrigued as to, I feel like she's going to defend him. And
Of course.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah. So I'm interested to see how that goes about, and is every moment that she's on camera just going to be that, and also what led to Jay saying that. Was he prompted to say that by saying something, or does Jenelle come and do her piece and leave and then he says that? So we'll see what happens with that. Can't remember what was in the little previews for Kailyn, but
Javi does the
he does the
podcast
Yes,
with
he does
her.
the podcast, the coffee combos, which then prompts Brianna, because I remember that all going down in real time. So he's gonna go on her show, and she's gonna glow a little too much about it. I'm just because we know that her and Brianna have never gotten along, and so I think she, with everything that's gone on in the past with them too, she's gonna very much not be the taking the high road girl kind of thing. And then Leah, I think we're gonna see her and Jeremy a little more. I'm not sure when in the timeline he gets with the other girl that just broke up with him because of cheating, but I think we're gonna see them kind of go back and forth, maybe for an episode or two before he kind of moves on.
Maybe flirt a little bit.
Maybe flirt a little bit.
I'm not mad at it.
Maybe see Addie's be like, what's gonna happen? Like, I think Addie knows more than they think that she knows.
Could be like a Parent Trap moment.
Hopefully not for Addie's sake, because I don't think that they're gonna. Well, as of right now, they're not together that we know of. But yeah, so I think we're gonna, hopefully see. Now that David's gone, it can't go further down, so we can only go up.
That sounds like a challenge. Sounds like a challenge.
Jenelle has accepted.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you again so much for chatting along with us today in our live chat. And for those of you that are watching later, thank you for watching us. And please leave us some comments below and let us know what you think about all that went down this week on the show and what your predictions are as well. Until next time, where can they find you?
You can find me at Instagram at 500 Days of Heather and Twitter at Heather Geisler.
I love that. And you guys can find me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bri, BRI_Phipps, PHIPPS. And we will see you all next week. At 9 p.m. we will be moving up. So find us there then. See you then.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.